right, we are back with episode 9. We are in May. We're 22 and 22. We actually started off the year 8 and 0, and then we kind of halted and struggled a little bit. We originally were going into this trade with we were going to trade away Zach Galoff, um, but I honestly have him in another trade. Uh, let's see, for Mac for Fulton. But we're going to take Morrill out of that. This is going to be for Dax Fulton. Galoff has just been terrible. He's a poisonous clubhouse presence. I think our locker room would be better off without him. Signed to a 10-year deal. It hasn't worked out, and I think we're just going to trade him for Fulton. But right now, let's let's get this trade done. We're going to trade for Colton Ledbetter, who has a great eye potential. 23 years old. He's going to start right away. In left, we're going to move on from Wade to in a little bit. So this is a big trade. We're going to get also CJ Abrams, a lot of potential. He's going to be in arbitration, has 3 years, 4 years of control left. And we're excited about bringing him in. He's been really good this year. And we're going to give up Colby Allard, not much, has struggled in AAA on a minor league deal. But the main pieces are Chris Morrill, who struggled with me this year. I still like him, but he just hasn't played well the last 2 years with us. And good plate appearances, 700 plus. That's okay. And then we're going to trade away Angeles. We just think Abrams is an upgrade from Angeles and Morrill. And then Emmett Sheehan, kind of an arm who's struggling in AAA. Good stuff. Going to be a reliever. And Alex Lang is going to be out 12 to 13 months now. So he's going to be back next year in May. We're just going to trade him in this. He's under control, but just doesn't look good. He may be fragile after this. And yeah, we're going to get these two guys for 2 for 5, pretty much. And we'll complete this trade. And then I'll figure out a way. We're going to trade Galoff. So we're just going to try to figure out a way to finesse it so we don't have to give up anybody important. So I'll be back with that. All right, we're back, and I think we found the trade we're going to do for Zach Galoff. He just needs to get off the team. No one really wanted him. He has a 54 WRC plus. He's on the hook for 10 more years, 9.5 more years, and I think he's just ruining the clubhouse. His personality is everything. Everything's just terrible. So we're gonna get off of this, and we're gonna trade for Suzuki, who hasn't been good, but they're gonna pay for all of Galoff's contract and 70% of Suzuki's final 2 years. Then he'll be in arbitration. So we still have a good amount of control over him if he doesn't really regress. And then we're going to get a 22-year-old prospect, Gregory Duran, who's in rookie ball still. Not much, but this is what we're going to do. And then after this, we're going to find a home probably for Lamont Wade. Being a little reactionary, but I don't care. I see the chance to improve now, and if we have that chance, I will do it. Um, Anybody else? So let's look at our team first. So we have we played 44 games. Our leading WAR getter is Tyler Stevenson at .6. Kim is second. Chanel is third. Chanel having a bounce back year. Should probably only play him at first or DH, so might make that adjustment. Castanheira only 41 plate appearances, 126 WRC plus. Henry Davis playing well. Nick Allen, Grant McCray, pretty much everyone's under, half the team is underperforming. Julian, Ruiz, Hines, gonna send Hines down soon. But Wade is the most demonstrative uh, of the bunch. And now we have Abrams and Suzuki. Put them on the roster. We have Moran coming back and Volpe. So what we're gonna do is, let's see, send Hines down, Volpe in, and we're gonna play this game real quick so we can make another trade. I'll be right back. All right, and after looking around, this looks like the best deal we can make. We'll be eating 65% of Wade's 2.9 for the rest of the year, prorated. Still really like his ratings. He's just underperforming and he is angry. Um, just don't really see a fit for him now. Kind of want to bring up some young guys, and we'll be getting back Marte and his expiring deal. And cream of the crop of the trade, Brett Beatty, who can play some corner outfield and first base, third base if needed. But like him, bats lefty, we'll probably play some first, left, right, DH, personalities, whatever. But he has this 88 WRC plus this year. He's struggling. We're going to take a chance on him. He won the World Series last year and he hit pretty well. So we're going to make this trade. Love it. And we got Marte. He'll kind of be I mean, it might just cut him too, just depending on how the roster's looking. So we got Beatty. He'll go right in the role. And we're going to bring someone down probably. No. Move. Right field. Go. How's our pitching looking? Good. Look at Bryce Elder. Came up and he is pitching really well. Love to see it. Baumeister came up. He's done okay. 4.6 FIP. 22-year-old first round pick from a couple of years from this last year, 2024. So looking pretty good. I might just try to trade Marte real quick. Just eat the rest of his deal, see what we can get. Yeah, see, this works out pretty well. If we just kind of flip them for whatever we can. If these guys are not on the 40 man, nope, not on the 40 man, not on the 40 man. So we can make this deal. We'll just eat the rest. There we go. Sounds good. And this is what we're rolling with for now. I'll remake the lineups real quick. We'll kind of go for against righties. We're gonna have Nolan Chanel DH, Nick Allen at short, CJ Abrams at second. We're gonna go Kim at third, Volpe's hurt again. First base Julian, then catcher Stevenson, Henry right behind him, McRae in center, Ruiz right behind him. And where is who was the man we just traded for? Colton Ledbetter. We want to get him in the lineup. Just put Volpe on the IL. So we want to get Ledbetter up here. And he's going to be playing left. And then in right field, we're going to have Suzuki. So we like that. We're going to have Abrams lead off. Maybe get his eye up to 45. Have him steal a bunch of bags. You know, in real life, I was listening to Effectively Wild. If any of you watch that, listen to that podcast, and they were talking about CJ Abrams' patience once he got placed in the number one slot, and he really took off. His whole approach changed from the 8-9 hole to the leadoff, and he started stealing a bunch of bags. He had like the most stolen bases from like July on or something. So I wonder if that's a thing in the game. I highly doubt it, but could be interesting. All right, we got Hira, Beatty. We'll go with Beatty at third, and then Kim backing up. Shortstop. All right, like that, like that. Go like that. All right. And then again, as lefties, we'll go Suzuki, right field. Bo Ruiz, center field. Nick Allen, short. Brett Beatty, left. Kim, third. And we're going to play Abrams every day. And who else? Julian. I'll have Hira kind of spell him every second game there. And then Stevenson and Henry Davis. And then our DH will be Hira, so he won't spell him every game. And then we'll have McCray, Ledbetter, Chanel. Oh, Chanel start every second game because we like him. And we have Hira go every third. Kim short. Abrams at third. Kim at second. Then right field, go McCray. All right, so I like this lineup. Hira's been raking against lefties. And this is, I guess we're going to have Beatty kind of hit lefties, but probably shouldn't, but it's okay. Just got to give him some run. Let's see. It's okay. Well, we could have Beatty slot there. Go Suzuki every third game. Yeah, that works. Yep. All right. Sounds good. And pitching looks good. Minor league system intact. And we got Waldachuk, by the way, having a breakout year. Glad we held on to him. Look at these peripherals: 10 Ks per nine, 3 walks per nine, half a home run almost per nine. Love it. 205 ERA plus, on pace for 170 innings. Love it. Jack Perkins on pace for a 3 R WAR. His FIP is a little worse because of his home run rate. So hopefully that goes down a little bit. He just gave up how many home runs in his last start? 4. So that's why. JT Ginn struggling a tiny bit. Kyle Muller struggling. Then Baumeister came up and was pitching well. I sent JP Sears down to AAA. Quick look at our prospects. Contreras still international complex. Montez got called to rookie or A ball, hitting really well. Ledbetter's in the show now. Blake Burke in AAA, on pace for 44 home runs. Molina, Arias, Hines in AAA now. And this man's in AAA, on pace at 40 home runs with a 77 WRC plus. So he needs some more time. But I'll probably come back at the first year player draft. All right, we're at Saturday, June 21st, 2025, and we're 4 games under 500 after making a couple trades. Now we're kind of looking at who's going to be free agents after this year as we move forward in evaluating 2026 if we don't make a little run. This could also help us in the this year because Doval came back originally in the trade for Soderstrom, who is playing first and playing really well, so it's good to see. Looking back on the trade, it's just been half a year, but McCray has struggled. Drew Waters has played well in San Francisco, and but Keaton Winn has pitched well. So, you know, win for both orgs. Now we have Duvall coming in, so we're gonna make this trade um, with the Rockies for a first baseman, right-handed first baseman, Damiano Palmagiani, and we're gonna have him kind of spell Chanel or Julian against lefties. So looking forward to this. We have some power bats coming up, which I feel like we need. Also has a good eye. So we're gonna do this trade. We're gonna bring Doval up, who's gonna be a stopper slash closer, and then we're gonna put Palmagiani I kind of want to bring him up right now, but there's not much we can bring down. Suzuki has struggled a little bit, but Ledbetter has played well. Really like him. Um, Pitching wise, can't really take anyone down other than Rojas maybe, but he's pitched better than his numbers show. Well, it's tough. Mueller, maybe look to trade him. So let's look to see what the market is like for Mueller. Um, so I don't really see a big future with him. Yeah, see, no one really wants to give up a prospect, even if I eat his mere 720K salary. Uh, let's see. I could package him with somebody, maybe from the 40 man. Yeah, not with these guys though. Arroyo. What would you want? No, that's not going to get it done. Hmm. Everyone kind of wants Ledbetter or Rojas. Tells me something interesting. Don't really see anything uh, gross. Now, why would I give up? Some of these trades are so lopsided. Rojas is the number 56 prospect, and Ledbetter is 101, and they're offering people Felix Paulino. This is interesting. I could find a way to make it appealing. Let's see. Diego Infante, Canario. Come on. Come on, you know you want him. You know you want him. Susak is tearing up AAA 915 slugging. Oh my goodness. Johnny Butler. Man. All right, well, it's looking kind of rough. We're probably just going to send Damiano down to AAA. Sorry, AAA, not AA. And we'll see. Kind of have him as a DH. He also is a good base runner too, which is nice. So we got that. Let's look at this lineup. Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Resigns getting better and left. Love to see it. All right. Cool. And we'll keep an eye on some trades for Mueller. I'll put him on the trade block. And we have Alvarado for another year, so not really worried about him. And the lineup side, put Suzuki on the block. Everyone else is kind of young. I did look at the team chemistry, and we had some player complaints that we lacked veteran presence, which is interesting. Um, but we'll see. See, I don't know if that affects the team all that much. Uh, but we'll be back at the first year player draft now, unless something else comes up. All right, we are at the first year player draft. We are 40 and 47. Pretty disappointing, but sort of expected. We are just taking a look at the draft class. I did create a bit of a big board for us, 49 players, same as last year. We'll kind of go off this. If we can get, you know, 15 of these guys, that'd be great. If not, it's all good. Um, we'll kind of study as we go forward in the draft. We are picking seventh overall. We're projected to take Xavier Nans. Don't really want to take him with his personality. Um, and he's a high school bat. He's the one guy I didn't have on my big board out of here, and also Santino Rowe with his K, his low K potential. So that's where we're at. Ray Bermuda's supposed to go number one. Uh, he looks like a pretty good number one pick. What I noticed is there are two pitchers going in the first draft, including the supplemental draft in the second round. Well, it's supposed to be. This is the mock draft. Supposed to be about half the second round be pitchers, a little more maybe. So we'll see what goes on the first pick, and it is Ray Bermudez. All right, makes sense. Second overall, the Orioles took a third baseman, Roland Quevedo. Bad personality. Go ahead. Perfectly fine with me. And then Santanio Rao, and then Jace Blaylock, who I liked, but his eye potential doesn't really catch my eye. So don't really mind him going. I'm gonna have a real problem deciding who to pick here, I think. But there is a pitcher that I like. Michael Torres goes. I liked him a lot. And let's see if he gets picked here. Nope. John Newton went. And now we are up. And there is one pitcher that I was looking at that I really liked. And it is Matt Rowe, who has potential to be 50 control. Movement is a great, but I really like his stuff. Stamina is kind of low. I think he is the best pitcher in the draft by far. Um, let's take a look at the pitching potential. Um, movement, he's number one. I mean, stuff number one. Movement, he is also number one. But this is just my guys on the short list. Witherspoon, these are two-way guys. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking at that. Also, batting potential, these guys look good. Um, Sean Gamble, 19-year-old high schooler, already a little developed. Really like him. If he's there in the second round, maybe, or I'd take him here. I don't know, but I'm really leaning towards Rowe. Brady Bell, 17-year-old, but I think I'd rather go college bat or and college pitcher here if I had the choice. Jaden Hilton. So the draft class isn't the best, but I do like Casey Cunningham. Tiny bit developed as a 19-year-old. Leader, work ethics high. Let's see. I never looked at what Rowe wanted and who is our. They want Abel to go. Makes sense. And what about a pitcher? Matt Rowe. So yeah, makes sense. He wants the recommended slot. I think we're gonna go with him, Matt Rowe, one of only two starting pitchers projected to go in the first round. Um, really like him. He'll probably be, his stuff is already developed, 80 out of 80 slider, 75 changeup, 60 out of 65. His control is the one thing that needs to be worked on. I'll probably start him in double A. He did pitch a lot this year, so I'll have him on a pitch count. He just absolutely dominated college at Rutgers, great competition level. So we're going Matt Rowe. Draft him. Let's see who goes next. Um, draft log. So who went next? Tristan Smith went next. Remove. Nans went next. Abel. Um, let's see. Gamble went. Ethan Holiday. Basically, a bunch of guys like Cunningham went. That's unfortunate. Um, but that's what we're working with. No supplemental pick in this draft for us this time around. All these guys went. So it's looking like we're not going to get a whole bunch of our shortlisted guys, but we'll see what else is available for us to take. Um, we have, okay, these guys went to batting potential. Boy James, Cam Committee, he's a two-way guy. Like him. William Hill, Drelling. All right. Mason Pike, pretty developed leader. He's loyal. Like him a lot. Juan De La Cruz, he's okay. There's a guy with power. Noah Franco still here. I like him a lot. He's there in the third round, maybe, because I don't really want to go high schooler here unless they really blow me out of the water. Makes sense. Dylan Atkins is a two-way guy. Always kind of like to reach for the two-way guys. Who do they want us to take? William Hill. All right. Projected to be a decent player. High schooler, though. Pitcher, Cam Committee. Yeah, I like him a lot. Let's see if we move him to left field. How does he look? Just so I can have a better view. Yeah, I mean, he looks good. He does want a lot of money, but we have a lot of money. Um, it's tough. Batting potential. Luke Billings, Grant Hussey, Bad K, Tim Petrie. He's okay. Add him to the roster. Von Necker. Yeah, he looks good. He looks like a late round guy, two-way player. Let's see. Just want to avoid Austin Keller. He's gonna go high for us, I think. Yeah, may just go Cam here. May just go high schooler. Mason Pike, pretty developed. Let's see. Donovan Jeffrey. Man, Noah Franco's still here. I mean, could go Noah Franco. He might develop into a monster. Uh, he already looked at him. It's tough. Drilling, Frilly, no catcher ability. Patrick Forbes looks decent. Mm, William Hill is the guy they want us to take. He does look pretty good. He only wants 700K, and we could save money if Cam drops. I like his eye a lot. He might be a guy. Righty, righty. Let's see. What I'm really looking for is kind of a balance of the ratings, which I know isn't that realistic. Because if you have an 80 contact, he's probably going to be lacking somewhere else, or else he'd go number one, which is reasonable. So, like this, you see the high discipline but low K. That's kind of the batter profile you want, or that you see a lot. Same with this, good eye, decent avoid Ks, but lower contact power and gap power. But he could be like a good late round pick. Um, Coy, yeah, that's who we just looked at. Luke Billings, bad personality. I look at personality really first if I see something. Same with this Danny's same profile as last guy we looked at. Late round guy for sure. Um, Bryson Graves, Carson Applegate, just really average hitter and not the best fielder, second baseman. It looks like. Uh, maybe we go um, Petrie. Not really going to stick at third as of right now. So maybe we go William Hill, and then we see what's going on, who's left. Uh, for instance, like Kellner could go. Look at his hitting, his personality, really good. So we'll go William Hill, and we'll see who is gone. So Cam Committee went. That's okay. He wanted 5.5 mil. That's a lot. But Kellner is still there. Noah Franco's still there. So maybe we go Noah Franco. Not going Dean Moss, sorry. Pitcher, he's a good high school arm. Not going to take him here, though. Ty Thompson. Um, so let's go Noah Franco. I mean, he wants 3.2. Kellner wants 1. But I think Noah Franco's kind of the higher ceiling, which I like. And then we'll see who's still here. And Kellner is still there, so we're going to go with Kellner. Let's take a look at Kellner as a second baseman because his pitching doesn't look all that amazing. We might just move him straight up to second base. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Yeah, his personality, he fits right in with what I want my second baseman to be. Uh, so probably go do that. Want 710, perfectly fine with that. And then we'll see where we're at. Coy James went, Petrie, TJ Adams, Josh. Okay, so he went, and now we're just left with about 9 or 10. Uh, Dylan Atkins, two-way guy. Wallace Clark, Danny Diaz. Now we're getting to these later rounds. Drilling, Dresselhaus, Alvin Keels, Necker. I mean, let's see what he looks like at third baseman. The low K. Yeah, he might just be a later round. He's going to be a first baseman slash pitcher, maybe. Parsfield. So let's see who they want us to pick. Zane Burns. No, that's not what we're doing right now. No Ty Thomas. Jace. No, the low K. Don't like that. Don't like his personality. Vaughn. No, not right now. Drilling. High work ethic. Doesn't really have a position. Isaiah Drake. Pretty boring there. House, same thing. Let's take a look. Sarsfield, he might be the guy. He might be it. Pretty boring pick, but it's okay. Hunter Kublik, I mean, he looks decent. I like that he's a leader and high work ethic. Maybe we could go him. Let's go him. And I think we're still going to have a decent amount, like Alvin Keels. All right. Low work ethic. Want to avoid that, really. Drilling and Atkins. Really want us to take Ty Thompson. Taking Ty Thompson. Pitcher. Aiden. I mean, I like him too, but the low work ethic. Not going Ty Thompson, man. Kai Wagner. Pretty boring. Profile. Keel still looks like the best, even with the low work ethic. It's such a rough draft class. Billing, we still go Vaughn. I'll just go Vaughn. All right. Then we'll kind of just go down our list. Who's left? Drilling. Atkins. And Wallace Clark. I mean, I'll go Aiden here. No. Trey Morris, no. Isaiah Drake. Is there anybody left on our on our big board? I don't think so. Let's take a look. Oh, everyone's gone. That's fun. So we made it to 12th round, and now everyone's gone from our big board. Now we're just gonna kind of go a little crazy. Just kind of go for Elgin Bennett looks decent. Okay, we'll go with Elgin Bennett. Probably the best overall player left. Albert Clark, nope. Base running. Eric Snow with the eye and base running with high work ethic, sure. Corey Dowdle, no. Zane Burns, I mean, now I can. You told me to take him in like the 4th round. Keegan Allen, no. No, stop giving me the 25K guy. Oh, man. Let's see. I think Corey Dowdle is probably the most boring player. Sure, let's take him. Matthew Rose, Johnny Valdez, oh, Nico. I mean, no, he's terrible. Moreno, sure. Salvador Perez. All right, let's do this. Let's do this fast because it's not really going to be a big deal. We'll take Nico. Valdez, we're not doing that. All right. Colthurst. Bray. Not going Valdez, man. Huber. Quapis. He looks not bad. Luke Papano. Yeah, I mean he's a two-way guy. I'll just move him to center field. Why not? And look at that. Turns into like a 5th round player. Stunning. Makes sense. Makes sense. 18 years old, already a little developed. Love it. Luke Papano lasted till the 19th round. Might be the guy. All right, let's go look at some. That reminded me to look at all this. Sullivan, move him maybe to pure hitter. No. Yeah, let's just do that. Then just move him to first. Sure. Why not? All right. And now where are we at? We done? We're done. All right. 20 picks. And we are finished with the first year player draft. We'll go in and offer these guys real quick. 7.1 for Matt Rowe. Happy with that. 700K for William Hill. Noah Franco wants 3.2. So we're right around 11 mil, probably around 11 mil. Happy with that. All right. So we'll come back at a later date in the season, see maybe at the trade deadline if we're a little active or not. Juan Sosa. All right. So we'll see you then. All right, we're at the trade deadline and we're making some moves. We're 49 and 52. We're just a couple games out of the wild card. Um, and I've decided that we are going to go for it a little bit. 4 games out, and we're going to trade for Yanni Diaz, who's had a good year. Love his eye discipline, fits right in with us. Can play first, DH, play some third. We just need some bats. He has a team option for next year, which we are happy to pick up. They're going to give us 1.5 mil and Brock Jones. He's kind of a 4A guy, but we need to do this, and we're going to give up Daniel Susak, who is raking in AAA. But you know what? He is not a great catcher defensively, so we're gonna go for it. 1 and a quarter year of Yandy Diaz for one of our top prospects. Uh, you know what? We have to make some moves. We have to be a little risk. We can't be risk averse all the time. So let's do it. Fans go crazy, and we'll put him on 40 man. And what we're gonna do is send. I mean, can we just trade Keston now? He's really only on the team because of his leadership. Um, so we can just bring Zach Jackson back or Brian Baker. Does he have an option left? Out of options. What about Zach Jackson? One option you left. All right. Well, we'll do this. Keston here. I appreciate your time in Oakland, but it is time to move on. We'll see. We'll see you down the road. It does improve our budget a little bit. See if they'll give us some money. The way I'm thinking though is have Yandy play every day, hopefully. Nolan Chanel is just not gonna he's not cutting it right now. So yeah, players are worried, but no, we got Yandy Diaz, so do not worry. Do not fret. Do not fret. We have a Yandy Diaz now, and he is going to DH and bat second. That's what he's going to do. Now we're going to switch up the lineup a little bit. Ledbetter lead off, and we're going to have, I mean, Henry Davis had a good year so far. It's funny, Henry Davis's Sarah, like catcher's earn run average is 304. His framing is a little, not that good. We knew that. But if you look at Stevenson, his Sarah's a little worse. His framing is worse, and they're really bringing this like Davis is bringing more offense. Uh, so we're gonna do this, and I think we're gonna have Volpe start over Kim right now, and then we'll have Kim kind of be the backup to Allen. Just want Allen for his defense, which hasn't been great. This might be his last year. Um, we're gonna rework this. This is gonna be the last part of the video, but we're gonna rework this entire lineup just to go for it. So we got Yandy Diaz, DH. We got Volpe. He's gonna play short for us. We got Stevenson, and he wants to be a starter. He can be a starter, my guy. But Henry Davis is gonna go every second day. First base, Julian, who has struggled, but it's okay. We're gonna go Abrams, second base, batting ninth. We're gonna go McCray, batting eighth. All these lefties down here who have struggled, and then we're gonna go Kim right here, third base. He struggled a little bit too. Do that. All right, and then left field. What was I doing? Left field, left field, and right field. What was I even thinking about doing? So I guess we can go Chanel. No, where's my guy? Yeah, Ledbetter. Left field, and then right field we can go Chanel and let's see. Yep, we'll go Chanel, and then we're gonna have Ruiz, defensive sub there. Then we're gonna have Suzuki be behind him, Suzuki behind Ledbetter, and Ruiz at center, and then Beatty will be our. You know what? We're gonna have Beatty be the guy in right for now because he hasn't been terrible. Chanel's been horrible. We'll go every 3 games. Um, then backing up shortstop, Nick Allen, and he'll be like the defensive sub. Uh, we'll go Nick Allen across the board. Then backing up first base, we have Nolan Chanel. So this is the lineup moving forward. We have Beatty hitting fourth, which is hilarious. I'll actually do this. Yeah, there we go. And then against lefties, we're gonna go with Ruiz, center field, batting ninth. Yandy hitting second, DHing, and we're gonna have Kim playing third. Actually playing. Let's see, because we're not gonna have Abrams bat against lefties. We'll go Allen short, Volpe second. Who's better at third? Let's go Kim. That's fine. And then we'll go Suzuki in right, and this is where it gets a little tricky. We're actually going to go Diaz at first, DH, Henry Davis catching. All right, I like this. And then Chanel will bat. He'll, no. You know what? Screw it. We're going to go lefty for or defense first. There we go. This is a little crazy, but whatever works, right? Got 2 speedsters at the bottom of the lineup, and we're going to have Kim hit leadoff. All right, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. This is our time. This is our time to shine. We will see if anything comes of it. I have a feeling it won't, but you gotta stay optimistic. Chanel, and we'll likely see you all in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and we'll see how we do. All right. Hold on. Put Ruiz, and let's see how we do. So it should be interesting. 49 and 52. Nothing crazy has happened. All of our draft picks signed. We actually started our first round pick in Double A. Where's he at? Matt Rowe, and he pitched some gems, so that's exciting. I don't know why he went 111 pitches. That is not what I wanted. I clearly have him at 40 pitches, so no idea why that happened. But it's whatever, I guess. Okay. Well, I don't know. A little scared now because he pitched 130 innings. I don't want him to go more than like 160. So, all right, we'll see you next episode. All right, we're back at the end of the season and we went 10 games under 500. Really disappointing. Our bats just never came alive. We were 15th in runs scored, but we were third in runs against. Just disappointing. Just the worst all around hitting team. I didn't think that was going to be the case with what I had. Max Muncy did get hurt. He fractured his elbow in April. That really hurt our chances. But we had a lot of guys behind him. Just a lot of underperformers. Look at all the guys that were under 100 WRC plus. Chanel, who started off really hot. If you look at his batting splits, April raked, and then kind of cooled down to average, then struggled. August and September he hit well, and then back to under below average in the last month. Just disappointing. Julian was disappointing. He even had a 315 BABIP. Just don't think he hit the ball hard enough. Struck out a little too much. We still like him. He's angry with his performance and the team record. Don't blame him. Hassan Kim struggled, angry with the team record and his own performance. I don't blame him at all. He struggled at third base a little bit. Might be time to move on from him. CJ Abrams came over and kind of did his job at second base. I don't know why he played center for an inning, 2 innings. But he had a it, it'll be okay there at second. Not the biggest fan, but his base running really carries us. He came over and stole 34 bags, had him going like crazy. And then Beatty came over, wasn't that great, had a negative WAR. Um, Ruiz had a down year, didn't bring anything really except base running. His defense wasn't good. McCray was disappointing. We'll give him another shot. His center field defense wasn't great either. Just all around rough. Suzuki was horrible. Just absolutely horrible. Oh man. Nick Allen was good defensively. 7.7 zone rating, but don't think that's even worth the half a WAR. I'm not sure. Base running is good though. Reese Hines struggled in his 93 plate appearances, but in AAA he raked. Um, Brought up Damiano Palmagiani, and he didn't do that well, but only 40 plate appearances. But our pitching, good news. Jack Perkins won the ERA crown, 2.44 ERA. His FIP was a little different, but we'll take it. I tried to offer him a little extension, but he knows his worth, and that's okay. Waldichuk struggled the second part of the year. He was on pace for a 5.64 season, ended up at two. We'll take that for kind of a breakout year. But our bullpen was phenomenal. Alvarado was amazing. Tarnik kind of started a couple games, 6 games, had 2 WAR. He's looking like a big part of our future. Same with Yanji Rojas, started 17 games, um, 2 WAR, 3.85 FIP. You love to see it. You know, number 56 prospect of baseball. I'm surprised Tarnik was never a prospect for us because of that TSR he got, the development he got, and then Duvall came up after his injury and just dominated. It's great. Connor Phillips had him in a relief role. Looks like he's okay with it. He pitched phenomenally. Like this is his calling, I think, and he can spot start too. And Keaton Wynn pitched well. Um, his Ks weren't great, but his overall BABIP, and I want to say he just kind of I don't know. I don't know what to expect from him in the future, but he did have a 3.32 FIP. His home runs. He gave up how many home runs? How many home runs did he give up? Uh, duh, duh, one home run in 86 innings. So don't know if that's going to last, but we love that regardless. Moran pitched really well. These guys are all going to want a little bonus in ARB, but that's okay. Baumeister came over. I'm actually okay with his performance. I wish his Ks per nine were a little better. His strikeout rate wasn't the best, but we're looking at him moving forward. He'll be okay. JTK moved him to relief. Can probably check to see. Da, da, da. As reliever, he struggled as a reliever too. That's still like him a little bit. He's a leader. He's loyal. So we'll see about that. And then Elder struggled at end the year. Still had a 2.97 ERA, but his home runs per nine really boosted. Our bullpen ERA was first. FIP was fifth. Happy with that. Our zone rating was not good on defense. Just overall underperforming, and I'm doing something about it. We fired our hitting coach, Tommy Everidge, and we're offering Joey DeMonte the deal, giving him a huge contract. We're going to go with Adam Rosales for another year. Don't like the relationships, but um, his overall ratings are fine. Derek McCall is okay. Um, I think, Tyler Cannon's good, can live with that. And then we're hiring another scouting director because his contract, Kubota, is done after this year, and he was actually an issue with some coaches, but not too bad. So we're hiring, let's see, David Chisholm, outstanding all the way around, neutral, which is fine, and we will live with that. And then I hired Rick Jameson as our trainer. So just the goat of trainers. Hired him 5-year deal. So, and then everyone else in the minors is good. I signed them all to long-term extensions. No one's going to be out after the year. I'm actually fine with all the player development that went on. Let's take a look at our player development actually. So we have Montez in Stockton, hit really well. He came over in that trade for Joey Estes, and Joey Estes actually pitched pretty well for the Mariners. Good to see in relief and starting. And Cusack pitched pretty well for them too. You like to see it. Happy for them. They might have got picked in the Rule 5, so it's okay. Hunter Mann pitched okay in AAA or rookie ball. Why was he at rookie ball? All right. Well, we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen again. I don't like it when our AI has no idea what they're doing, so always have to lock their the decisions up. Miguel Perez, Midland wasn't great, but it's okay. And who else is in our really like Clark Elliott? He dominated AAA. We're gonna look to give him some run next year. Wish I got him up this year, but we just have too many players, so we're really gonna cut back. We're gonna purge a lot of guys. Eldridge is coming along slowly. Uh, don't know how this is gonna work, but he's still 20. Um, we'll see how that goes. Peter Halpin was okay in AAA. Mason Hour was good. Love his base running. Um, he might be a fourth outfielder for us. Jorge Molina still in international complex. Arias, who we got for Luis Oviedo. Um, Robert Garza and Rodolfo Castro. He is coming along. Moved him up to A ball, and he hit average. He hit for average, like his walk rate, but his strikeout rate is a little bothersome. Blake Burke, first base, Midland, dominated. Have a lot of these first base types. He hit 55 home runs. Cameron Joasius, 57 home runs, below average overall hitter though, so we're going to give him some more run at AAA most likely. Juan Senna, scouting discovery. Who else? Brendan Malone, hit well. Like him, 24 years old. Maui Ahuna, hit well. We'll move him up to AAA next year, and he'll probably be in the show at some point. Wish his ratings got a little bit of a boost, but can't really complain. And we also got Brock Jones in that Yandy Diaz trade, and he was okay in AAA. Um, Angel Aravalo was okay in high A. And then let's look at our catchers, Juan Contreras, who we have scouting discovery still in the complex. Colin Varsity, drafted 19th round, hit really well in the rookie ball, moved him up to A ball for next year. Angel Rivera, sitting in AAA. And then starting rotation, Abeda, international signing. Luis Morales, looking like a guy. Um, see if he can play at AAA next year. Duke Ekstrom really coming along. 21-year-old moved him up to high A, but he struggled. So keep him down there for next year. Sean Herman, trade with New York, looking like a guy. Move him up to AAA because he needs a better look. Um, he was in the trade where we got um, he was traded by the Yankees along with Chirinos, who's okay for Austin Hayes. We traded Austin Hayes, and he didn't play that much. Paredes struggled. So looking like a good trade for us. Maybe Herman comes along, high work ethic. Cole Stokes, one of our draft picks, fifth round, got him up to A ball, high work ethic. Love the what's his what role does he want? Doesn't even say what role he wants. He started 28 games. Okay, sure. Um, and Tucker Musgrove, he is a two-way player. He's really dominating. Um, he's dominating at the plate, so we're gonna move him up to Double A. Maybe just move him to a position player. See how he does. Uh, that's how we're looking. This is our top 200 guys. Uh, 7 of those, which looks okay. Right now, we're kind of ranked a little lower than I wish. Uh, our 12th, so wish that was a little higher. Our player development budget is 30 mil. Our scouting is 27 mil max. So we'll see what goes on here. The playoffs. I looked at all the teams just to see if there's anyone like old friends on teams, but nothing really here other than Taylor Rogers. The Yankees won the AL East. The Red Sox won the wild card AL East. Devers hit 31 home runs. I was looking at Yoshida as kind of a deadline guy and just his contract. They wouldn't eat any of his contract. The Rays traded as Yandy Diaz, but they were in a run, which is interesting. Chase Davis was okay. He was one of their first round pick in 2023 from Arizona. Um, so not sure why they traded us Diaz, but not going to complain. We have Diaz for another year at a pretty reasonable rate. Reasonable rate. Brooksley dominated. He won the batting title. Twins won the AL Central. Good to see. They traded for Luis Ariz to play left field, which is funny. They traded him for Jake Brooks, who's a reliever, borderline starter, and Ariz got an extension there. So not sure what they're thinking, but sure, we'll go with that. Manuel Rodriguez came up and really dominated. He got a little bit of TCR boost, a little bit. It's good to see. And yeah, the Twins are in the playoffs, 83 wins. Um, the Mariners won the AL West. Cole Young was okay. Kelnick, good. Julio Rodriguez was okay, not great. They traded for Schwarber. They gave up a pretty decent pitching prospect and an infield guy, not great. He's on his last year, so that's a good trade for the Mariners. Good for them going on a little. Oh, and they got Rendon too. They got a prospect with him too to take on his contract. Yeah, that's 100% for his contract because they ate over half of it, but still, that's a great trade for the Mariners. I mean, I would love if the Giants did that in real life. I'm a Giants fan, and I wish they did this with the Angels because we can just eat a lot of money, get prospects if they want to give them out. So Riley, struggled a little bit, but still kind of the leader. Ty France, old friend Starling Marte, who we traded over there, didn't really do much. Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, Matt Brash. So they're looking good. Good for them for having the balls to, sorry, you know, the confidence to trade for Rendon and give him that spot at third base. That's really cool. Let's see. The Angels made the wild card. Hosmer hit 307. Goodness. Rengifo had another good year, 5 WAR. This is pretty surprising, and he's locked up under contract for 2 more years after this. So good for them. Gabriel Martinez and Leonard Garcia, who was one of their guys, their pitching prospects. Got a little bit of TCR. Good for him. Reed Detmers. All right. Where is Trout? Did he get hurt? Yeah, he got hurt. That's tough. He was on pace for a great year, uh, better than last year. So that sucks. Man, wish Trout could play in the playoffs. And the Marlins won the AL or the NL East. Cronenworth, Chisholm, Jacob Berry, Wallner, Fortes. Pretty good rotation. Nick Nelson. It's interesting. Rule 5 pick from the Phillies. All right. And then the Braves got a wild card. They still have Mikey Perez, old friend, who never really played for us. Just kind of a trade piece. We trade him for Bonda. We traded him to the Braves for Bellows. And oh wait, sorry. Oh, we got the international money. That's why we traded him. So not looking like a great trade, but what can you do? What can you do? And then the Mets got that third wild card. Alex Ramirez. We got Max Muncy, old friend Lamont Wade, struggled mightily. Senga, Peterson, Heaney, and then they have Diaz. Their hitting was horrible, so we'll see how they match up in the playoffs. The Dodgers won the NL West. Tapia, Freeman, Kataya. Where's Will Smith at? Will Smith get hurt? He is out for 2 months. Yeah, unfortunate. He was struggling though. Outman, this team it does not look the best, but they're still going to compete pretty much. Christian Romero looks dominant. He was dominant. Jeez, they just pump prospects out like it's nothing. He get a little bit of a boost. He did. He got a huge boost. All right. So interesting. And the Giants got a wild card. Yeah, Matt Shaw, I think it was their first round pick. Yeah. I was looking at him in the second round. I remember that draft. Von Brown was okay. Roden, fourth rounder. Tried to get him. Just not good on defense though. Luis Matos, Estrada, Bailey. Bailey hit. How was his defense? Eight framing. Yeah, he's good. I would love to get him. Uh, Tamovich. They have Angel. Look at this guy. They signed him to a minor league deal, and I don't remember seeing him. His stuff got a little bit of a boost. Maybe we just didn't look at him because of his stamina, but he had a 67 fit minus, led the league in Ks per nine. So that was a huge miss on literally every other team in the league. Tyler Glasnow, they signed a free agent deal. Good for them. Dominated 203 innings. That's got to be a career high. Yeah, that's a career high. Jeez, surprised about that. Logan Webb, 221 innings, workhorse. A couple more years on his contract. They look pretty good. Their defense looks horrible. Their hitting looks bad, but their pitching is dominant. So you never know what's going to happen. The Cubs, only team from the NL Central to make it. Rock Riggio, um, trade from Tampa Bay. Let's see, for Michael Rucker, Harold Grant. So that's interesting. Looks like a great trade for the Cubs. Old friend Johnny DeLuca struggled. He was good last year though. Good for him. Kevin Alcantara, Brennan Davis, Dansby Swanson, Kevin Made. Uh, bad hitting team. Their defense was amazing though. 28 zone rating. Makes sense. They probably had a lot of overperforming pitchers uh, because of it. Barely from the starting rotation. I guess, yeah, Fujinami was better than his ERA, so it's interesting. Maybe the bullpen. All right, so that's the playoffs, and we'll kind of get back when playoffs end. See if there's anything else I want to bring up. The league leaders, I guess. Sterling Thompson, Colorado won the batting title. Bryce Harper still over there, playing really well with the Phillies. Chris Bryant hit really well with the Rockies. Ellie De La Cruz had a great year again. And is he locked up? Yeah, he's locked up. Oh, look at that deal. That makes sense. Wow. AL, Jose Ramirez, dominant. Kelnick, Guerrero, and look at Jack Perkins. Best ERA by a mile. Steve Kwan, another guy I wanted. Pitcher War, Wheeler, Angel, Freed, Shanahan, Cole. So it makes sense. And that's what happened in the majors this year. Not sure. Just I feel like I'm in limbo now with this team. because we're just super average, but our variance just really went the wrong way. So um, we have a lot of thinking to do on what we want to accomplish this off season. I think a big thing is to do we want to upgrade our defensive catcher? We have good hitters at catcher. Together, they're probably the best hitting team at catcher, probably the best hitting catching team in the league, whatever you want to call it. But I wanted to look up Daniel Susac because I think he dominated and got a little bit of a boost. Look at that. He is at 65 home run power, and he dominated with the Rays, but his framing it still isn't great. I mean, it's just his catcherability is not good. Yeah, they could move him to an outfield spot, but I just don't know how long he's gonna last at catcher. Um, but he got a big boost, like just from I don't know. I don't feel bad trading him. He's just not gonna stay at catcher for me. He's not. He doesn't have the reliability. If his catcher ability was 60, that'd be another story. So that's where we're going. I'll get back to you when the playoffs are over. The Yankees won the World Series. They beat the Miami Marlins 4-1, and we're at the off-season start. We completed an owner goal, team record. I mean, sure. Acquired a player, okay, and we had an average score. So this is where we're at. We have Yandy Diaz with a or team option for 12 mil. We're gonna take that, execute it. We have a team option for Alvarado. I think we're gonna take that. Let's see if they end up paying if the 50% is on. It doesn't look like it. Let's see. 2026. Yeah, 9 mil. So we'll maybe look to trade him. It's a lot of money for a reliever for this team. Not sure if we got a boost in budget or not, but we're still 30th. Review of midseason goals. And there was an error, which is funny. Find a top prospect. We find Montez, who's at least top 100. All right, don't really care. Oakland personnel leaving. Okay, so our pitching coach and our third base coach are leaving. So we have to work on that and then look at the top 100 list. Let's take a look. Two, Juan Contreras and Montez. So that's cool. Pitching, Matt Rowe, who did not pitch well in Double A, but looking forward to his 2026. Um, Abeda, our international scouting, and we also hired a new scouting director, um, Chisholm. So we got to get a lot of guys evaluated there. We'll hire a pitching coach right now. Let's see. He struggles with controlling. John Farrell. Want to get someone who's good with our team. Markham. Yeah, he's okay. Any great relationships? No. What does our team recommend? I kind of like to go off this. So third base coach. Oh, he's pretty good. Fair relationship with a couple guys. But they're not pitching. I mean, they're not. Let's see. Pitching coach. No. Pitching coach. No. Kurt Young. Bring him back to the organization maybe. Uh, Brian Cooper. Nope. Third base coach. I mean, that could work. He's not the best, but he's not the worst. What do they want Teagues for? Third base coach? What is he? He has average relationship. Pitching coach, Almonville. No. And Lenny Wentz. No. Oh, for third base? No, just too many guys he's not good with. I think we'll go Hairston for third base. Give him 2 years. And then pitching coach, we'll do our own. Let's see. Farrell struggles with controlling. Let's see if anybody has an issue with that. Struggles with controlling. Yeah, one. Works well with what? Works well with normal. I think that works. Yep. All right, we're gonna go with John Farrell. Welcome. No, not the. Yep. All right. Cool. And what else do we have? Arbitration period. Deal is done. Fans are overjoyed. Overjoyed. Okay, so new owner in Detroit. That's good. Ownership. The GM. I mean, owners fired the GM in Toronto. White Sox. Let's see. Oh, wow, a lot of guys fired. All right, so we're going to end here. We have a lot of salary arbitration guys, but we'll leave this for episode 10. I know this episode got long, so I apologize, but I hope you're enjoying the series. It's 3 seasons now where we struggled, but I feel like this was the year before, our guys take that next step forward. We have a lot of prospects coming along, and we're going to purge a lot of these struggling guys and, give some of the struggling guys another shot. So we'll be back, and thank you for watching.